Hello everyone. On today's episode, we are going to talk about the December 20th, 1980 NFL game between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets and its relationship to Papa Swag TV. Next on Papa Swag's Words of Wisdom and Encouragement. On December 20th, 1980, the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins played an NFL football game. The significance of that game, it was the first and the last game, to my knowledge, that had no announcers. And I'm going to link some of the video from that day in the description below. But what's significant here to Papa Swag TV is I, John Papa Swag Munsey, announced that game. I got my tape recorder out, a blank tape, put it in, put record and play, pressed it together simultaneously, and I began to announce that game. And so there, my friends, is the root of where Papa Swag TV actually began. Right there. And so today we are going to talk about ways to find your creativity. And we're going to have you ask yourself 3 questions to discover your creativity. The first question I believe you should ask when discovering your creativity is, what did you play with as a child? For me, I played with a screwdriver, and I have a mallet, but it was a hammer. And while most kids or most boys like me, when they were a child, played with these things, they wanted to build things. Not me. I played with a screwdriver, and I pretended it was a microphone. And I would announce football games like the Jets and the Dolphins. I forget who the quarterback was for the Dolphins in 1980. That's how bad my memory's gotten. It wasn't Dan Marino yet. But I went back and I would announce it. And I would say it's 1st and 10. They're at the 30-yard line. I hand it off to the running back. He's going through the hole. He's at the 25. He's at the 20. And he's been tackled by number 52. Just make it up. The other thing is I use a hammer, not as a microphone, and I would announce like I was a radio announcer. These are the things that I played with as a child, were hammers and screwdrivers, and I made anything I could a microphone. Now for you, it's probably not screwdrivers and hammers. You might have played with Legos and built things with Legos. You might have played with cars and wanted to fool with cars, or it might have been dolls and you wanted to take care of the dolls. You may have wanted to operate on the dolls. You might wanted to do that, or you might have played grocery store and wanted to sell things to people. These are some of the things you might have, and you might have played with these different objects. Like I know I had this, I didn't play it much, a fake grocery store with fake canned goods. These are things you may have played with as a child. It's where you may have discovered your creativity. And the next question you may want to ask yourself when pursuing or trying to discover your creative side is, what did you pretend to be as a child? As you can already see from the earlier comments I've made, I pretended to be an announcer. I would announce everything. I would be in a car and I would describe the different scenery or scenes or sights that we would see while traveling. You may have dreamed or pretended to be a singer. You may have pretended to be a milkman or a mailman. The milkmans don't exist anymore, so you probably didn't pretend to be that. You may have pretended to be an actor or an actress, or you may have pretended to be a doctor or a nurse or something in the medical field. There may have been a certain field that you pretended that you gravitated towards. Maybe it was something to do with business. Maybe it was selling homes or doing things with homes. These are things that you could have pretended to be when you were a child, which leads to the very next question, the final question that you want to ask when looking for your creative side. And the third question that I'm going to challenge you to ask yourself, what did you dream of becoming when you were a child? As you already can see, the pattern for me is I dreamt of being a sports announcer or doing something with a microphone, anything with a microphone. For some reason, I gravitated towards the microphone. And here, 30 years later, I'm doing YouTube videos, and I'm using, as you can see, my little microphone here that I connect so you can hear me. What did you dream of being? Here at Papa Swag TV, we want to turn your dreams into realities. So I really want to challenge you today. What are some of the things you dreamt of when you were a child? Was it to be a doctor? Was it to be an actor? Was it to be a teacher? Was it to be an artist? I don't know what it is. You know, and you need to write that down. And I'm trying to challenge you and help you out by having you comment below. And like I'm sharing today and being open with you, my goal or my dream was to be an announcer and use a microphone. So let's go back to the story at the very beginning when I was talking about the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins no announcer game in December 20th of 1980. Going back to the Dolphins-Jets game of December 20th, 1980, that was one of many times when I announced things using my pretend microphones, my screwdriver, my hammer, or whatever I could find to announce things. What I've discovered, my creative side, is I love to describe things verbally. That's where my creativity is describing things with words, even though my vocabulary, even as I've gotten older, is still very limited. So let's just recap real quickly. 3 things you want to ask yourself when looking to pursue your creative side. Now these are not exhaustive. I only have a few moments here on YouTube, Papa Swag TV. The first question you want to ask yourself, what did you play with as a child? I played with screwdrivers and hammers. You may have played with Legos, dolls, cars. Maybe you play with folders or coloring books. There are some of the things you may play with. Second thing, recapping, what did you pretend when you were a child? What are some of the things you pretend played when you were a child? I pretended to be a sports announcer. You may have pretended to be a housewife. You may have pretended to be a nurse. My wife pretended to be a nurse, and as a nurse, she pretended to file things. She pretended to file. Of course, she has the gift of organization, so that makes a lot of sense why she would want to file as a nurse, and she also likes to take care of people. You may have pretended to be, like I said, a mailman or a teacher. I know a lot of people did that, or a salesperson. That's the second question. And then the final question, what did you dream of being when you were a child? What did you dream of being as a child? I dreamt to be a famous person as a public or a sports announcer. I love listening to Kurt Gowdy and Joe Garagiola and Howard Cosell. These are the people that I listened to as a kid growing up that I would try to imitate when I played. Who was those people, or what fields were those people when you were a kid that you gravitated towards? These are some questions you want to ask that will help you find your creative side so you can begin those steps to turn your dreams into reality, which is the mission of Papa Swag TV. And finally, I just want to welcome all our new subscribers here to Papa Swag TV. If you haven't already subscribed, look below me and hit that red button and subscribe. We're having a video every week, every Friday I'm uploading a video. And hit that bell so you get notified when we upload the next video, as well as like us here on YouTube or Papa Swag TV. And if you'd like to contact us or connect with me on social media, you can follow me at Twitter at Papa Swag 66 or on Instagram at Papa Swag 66, or like our Facebook page, which is Papa Swag TV. Or I'm also on Tumblr at husbandandfather.tumblr.com. These are the places you can find me. And remember, be encouraged. You were created to do great things, and I'm here cheering you on. Thank you for watching.